Hey, what's going on? Brendan here, and tonight we're going to be making some mashed potatoes the way I like to make them. So what we have here are 6 organic potatoes. Got to go organic with potatoes that I've been baking at about 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. They're nice and soft. What you do is you bring them up here, give them a couple cuts, flatten them out with a hand, flatten them out with a knife, cut them up a little bit more. I've got a stick of butter. The reason why there's a stick is I used about a tablespoon for each potato this size. So for all the other potatoes, the ones that are a little bit larger, I used about a tablespoon and a quarter. So I put about a stick of butter in here. I'm going to take my cut up potato, add it right in. Flatten out. When I'm flattening it out, I'm using the blunt side of the knife, being wary of the sharp side. A couple of cuts. The cuts are more just to break up the skin than anything else. Just be careful, this is very hot. The nice thing about baking them instead of boiling them is you don't lose as much in the water, but when you do boil them in the water, you can then use that to make soups and different things. It's a great thick stock. Okay. Now, for the rest of the ingredients in this, just like the butter, a good way to think about it is actually visual the size of those potatoes. There's 6 of them, but they're probably 8 medium-sized total in amount to be thinking of. So all the subsequent adding of seasonings and everything, I've got that in mind. So I'm going to be adding just over a cup, about 10 ounces of Sodelicious Coconut milk. It's rich in the medium chain fatty acids, which are ideal because 65% of the fat in it is MCFAs, medium chain fatty acids. And the great thing about medium chain fatty acids is they're immediately ready for energy. So you don't have the crash of carbs, but they give you a little pick-me-up. Give that a little stir. Next thing we're going to be adding is salt. So I'm thinking about that amount of potatoes. I'm going to give it a couple of swirls. Next up, pepper. And of course with these seasonings, this is a personal preference. Celery seed, if you don't use it already, go out and get it. It is so amazing. Paprika, not too much paprika, but a little bit goes with the flavoring. And just a dash of Italian seasoning. On top of that, I have a little bit of cream cheese left over. You don't have to add it, but you know what? It goes really good with it. And then I'm going to take this. This is some onion and garlic. I cut it beforehand. Once again, this is completely optional. This onion and garlic has been cooking for a while. I'm going to use it in a couple of different dishes over the next couple of days. But right now, I'm going to add a couple of scoops to this to give it the flavoring of those delicious vegetables. Alrighty then. Get those all in there. Come in here, check it out. Give it a stir. Come right into the light, sorry about that. Give it a stir. Everything starts to come together. Keep bringing it together. You might find you need to use a masher, but I like to go this way. And as you can see, everything's just coming together. Still got a lot of lumps, so I just go through and break them up. But you can see, if I can do this with a fork, you can imagine if you had a masher how easy this would be. And what you end up getting, right now they're kind of chunky, but some people like those chunky potatoes. That's not a bad thing. You're getting chunky, gorgeous, creamy potatoes. It's got no milk in it, and that's not necessarily because we don't like it. It's just because coconut milk's really good for you. Right now I'm going to add, and just to show you, we have the butter in it, which obviously comes from cow's milk, and the cream cheese, which obviously comes from cow's milk. We'll finish it up with just a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Great thing with this type of mashed potatoes is you can do this a bunch of different ways. So I'm starving. I have my hot dogs and my mashed potatoes. I'm going to have a bite to eat, so I'll see you all next time.